You don't guard the down screen the right way first. Here's a down screen, okay? You got to defend the down screen right here, okay? You've got to show, get attached to your man and show so this player has to go out and this chase can happen. Look what happens when you don't show. Look at this separation right here, okay? So now there's nothing you can do other than switch. I mean, you're going to have to come up here and then you're going to have to switch. You've given yourself no other options other than to switch, because you don't defend the down screen the right way. Can't hedge. I mean, again, this player's got to get underneath, jam for real estate. Jared Allen here has got to cut this player off and just send him right here where the lane's clogged. You're jamming for real estate. You're up the line. This player's doing a good job being in the gaps too. So we're just going to, you have to switch. You give yourself no chance because of the way that you defended that down screen. But you end up like trapping and it's just a disaster. Your problem right here, you got to cut this dribble off right now. Stop, okay? Stop it right here. Right now, cut this player's dribble off. Make him go this way. There's not even a player for Jared Allen to guard other than just clogging up this lane. Don't let him get down here, okay? Just cut off the dribble, send him right into the gap help. Jared Allen should be communicating that. But look, instead you let him back you down. Now look where this ball screen's getting set. I mean, where this ball screen's getting set, you have to switch. I mean, you have to go under, and Jared Allen, can't sag like he's doing, okay? He's got to be up and ready to switch. This ball screen is pretty much set too low for you to do anything else. I mean, could you hedge? Maybe. Slide down? Probably not. You lost when you didn't right here. You didn't just cut this dribble off and make this player go this way right here. But then if this ball screen gets set out here, then you have options. But now this ball screen's set so low, you have to switch. Jared Allen's sagging anyways, so he gives up an open jumper. Offensive rebounding is like transition. You have to communicate, and you can't stand in random spots on the floor. So Jared Allen's man's going to get this offensive rebound. Okay, fine. Stop. Okay? So right now, Jared Allen cannot just stand here, which he does. This is standing in a random spot on the floor. Jared Allen's got to say, I got ball. Okay? Now I got this guy. Right? So then Larry Markkinen knows, I got this guy. Okay? And then these two players here have got to figure out. You got to talk it out. Who's got who? Their Heat players aren't in the picture. So you got to figure out, I'm guarding this guy, whatever. Okay? But you can see Jared Allen just stands in no man's land. Larry Markkinen goes towards the ball, okay? And then Evan Mobley is going to go towards where Jared Allen should be, so it's going to leave the top of the key wide open, and it's a catch-and-shoot three for the Heat. I mean, this is just a weird play. So offensive rebound. So like right now, I mean, again, like if you're Jared Allen, like you got to this ball is clearly not secure. Okay, this ball's clearly heading out of bounds. If you're Jared Allen, you got to go towards the ball here. Okay, you cannot look. Where's Jared Allen going? Stop. Like this ball's clearly like. If you're Jared Allen, go towards the ball. Why are you already going back on offense? This ball is clearly going out of bounds. Go towards the ball. Okay? Instead, Jared Allen goes all the way this way, so then this Cavs player is just going to save it right into where Jared Allen's man was, and it's a layup. Again, where are you getting beat? Let's take a look. Stop. Okay? Right now, this player should be yelling, I'm in the gaps. Get your back totally toward, you can even drop a little, but your back totally to the baseline. Now, this player here knows, I want to cut off this dribble, send him here. Stunt, recover. Easy. Okay? But you get beat away from your gap help, and now look. Now that forces help at the rim, and the defense is scrambling, and it's three. Very basic. I have no idea what's going on here. Stop. This is clearly a down screen. What is this player doing? You've got to get attached and show to make this player go out and let this chase happen. When you don't show, look how this player just curls right into an open three. All right, so you're guarding full court. I would just be sprinting back and pick him up at the three-point line, but fine, you're doing this. Let's watch Kevin Love here, right here. Kevin Love's going to be jogging. You can't jog. You got to sprint to this spot right here. So you get your back to the baseline. You can yell, you can say send him right. So now this player's coming this way. There's no place for him to go. Right here, you can just stunt, recover. Okay? So that doesn't happen. Why is Kevin Love doubling, though? And why is this player, Kevin Love's got to find his man. Okay? He can get halfway, okay, between here and here, but he needs to go guard his man. This is doubling. Get out here, and then this player needs to get out here. Okay? He can just get out to the three-point line. But I guess Kevin Love goes to double, so this player guards this man. So then when they set a down screen, that player's so far low anyways, it doesn't matter, and this player comes right off and it's a layup. That was really disastrous. This is terrible drop coverage. I mean, you're just giving up wide open jumpers. I mean, anybody off the street can do that. Okay, so right here we have some options. We can switch. This player's going to not need to have to be guarding beyond the three-point line. He needs to drop. This player comes up here. This player's underneath, jamming for real estate. And then this player here is just sending this player right into gap help right here, where we can stunt right here because we don't have to move, and we can recover. You can also pretty easily hedge this screen. Get up and hedge, push this guard towards the sideline. Remember, the second the ball handler picks up his dribble, hesitates, or brings his dribble back, this player can go from hedging to bumping this backside defender back. Okay? So let's hedge, push him towards the sideline, backside help right here. This player can kind of slide down and occupy both Heat players 2 passes away. But we're pushing this guard right here towards the sideline. Okay? So those are 2 much better options than just, hey, open jumper for anyone that wants it. Pretty incredible. Another down screen coming. Stop. What is Kevin Love doing? You got to be seeing this man. Your man is setting a down screen here, and I'm immediately attached and showing. So this player cannot curl like this. Okay, he has to go out a little bit, and this chase can happen. When you don't show, this player curls, gets right into the lane, draws a double team, and it's an easy catch-and-shoot 3 in the corner. First of all, when you switch a ball screen, you can't sag. You cannot sag a ball screen and switch, okay? You've got to be right up with your man, okay? And then when this player switches, you're just guarding right away. So that's mistake number 1, because you're not ready to guard this ball handler coming off the screen that you sag. Number 2 is stop. Okay, why is this player here should be way closer to his man? Back to the baseline, but when that shot goes up, and remember there's 4 seconds on the shot clock, I am battling for real estate now. Battling for real estate now. Battling for real estate now. I am going to be the one to make first initial contact when this player tries to come in this way. When it's this player that gets to make first initial contact, this is what happens. Look, this player is just going to get right by you, and it's a tip in at the end of the buzzer. Okay, I'm not doing any other breakdown for this than right now. Okay, stop. Look at this. Look at how high this screen is set. Why is this ball handler right here, okay, not just, well, first of all, why is this big, not just getting up, jamming the screener, and you just go under? This ball screen is set way the heck out here, close to half court, okay? So look at this right now, okay? I am, again, you're going over the top. I am going under the screen, and this big is going to come here and jam the screener with his body, okay? And then I'm going under when a ball screen is set near half court. Instead, you're in this stupid drop coverage, and it's a goaltend. Okay, so this is not terrible transition defense. Stop right now. Okay, so this is if you're this Cavs player here, this is who you're getting cross-matched in transition with. This Heat player right here. Okay, so you need to sprint back, and as soon as you guys cross the three-point line, you have to be the one to establish contact. Battle. Jam for real estate, okay? Look, this is what happens when you either don't sprint back or just choose to not establish contact with a Heat big. Look what happens here. Watch when we see them again. Okay? Look at this. You're here trying to scram switch while this player's chilling in the lane right here. So now it's just over. I mean, now they're just going to throw it right down low, and it's an easy 2. This is why you defend with your back to the baseline. Stop. You do not defend with your back to the sideline here. You should be connected to your man with your back to the baseline. When your back's to the baseline, I can see ball, I can see man. Okay? When your back is to the sideline, this is what happens. You're susceptible to getting beat back door, and it's a layup. All right, well, you got to be ready to switch, and then this is easy right here. The second switch, you can't be sagging. Don't sag. Be ready to guard. And look, cut this player's dribble off, send him this way, right into a clogged lane. I got 2 gap defenders right here, okay, here and here, all right? Why am I going to let myself get beat baseline or even give him the option to go baseline? But that's what you sag, and that's what happens, and it leads to a little shot at the rim. Right, again, look where this ball screen is set. It is essentially at half court. Get up, jam the screener with your body, show your hands, and go under, and you're fine. But instead, you're in drop coverage here, and there you go. Now he's going to snake it back over, 2-on-1 alley-oop. Nice ball screen defense. Okay, so you're in dumb drop coverage. Let's just watch the drop coverage be terrible. Look at this. You're just letting this guard into the lane. He's going to cause all types of traffic. Now the defense is scrambling, so it's going to lead to a layup. Okay, so again, there are multiple ways to defend this screen. I would probably prefer hedging, but let's just look at switching. Okay, this player's up and switching with this ball handler coming off the dribble. This player's underneath, jamming for real estate, jamming for real estate, jamming for real estate, okay? And then when this player comes off the screen, I need this player to be way better in the gaps. See, right now I'm coming up and I'm sending him this way. So I need this player to stay parallel to his man, but be in. Have a foot parallel to the block, okay? Wide stance, pointers out. So now when this player comes this way, there's no place to go, right? And because you don't have to move in first, you're going to get out, okay? That's the key. You don't have to move in, so I can just stunt and I can recover, okay? That's what I would do if I was switching, okay? Again, it's a pretty easy hedge to push this guard out towards half court. This backside defender steps up here. There's really not much. That's pretty much it also. But you're in this stupid drop coverage, and you can just see all the ways that it gets broken down, and it's just a disaster. I mean, it's so clear the Cavs have no idea what they're doing with a down screen. What is Jared Allen doing? You get attached to your man and show, so this player can't curl. He has to go out some, and this chase can happen. When you don't show, this player is able to curl right off it. That chase can't happen. And now we got a 3-shot foul for Miami. Okay, you can't do nothing about this ball screen. I mean, it's not much of a ball screen, but it's enough. So Kyle Lowry's in the lane, drawing all sorts of help, and you eventually leads to an open catch and shoot 3. I mean, this is a very easy ball screen to just switch right here. Okay, stop. Right here. Switch. Okay, now I'm cutting off this baseline area. Okay, this player's underneath. Okay, and I'm sending him right into a gap defender here. I've got the lane clogged all the way in the middle of the floor. So switch, cut off this dribble, and force him into this gap help where this player's underneath here, okay? But instead, you do nothing about the ball screen. You don't guard it at all. So now, obviously, Kyle Lowry's going to get wide open, draw help, and there's a 3. Here we go. This is classic. Guard this man one-on-one, please. If this ball screen gets set, force this player to have to use the ball screen and let our ball screen defense execute, okay? But you just can't do this. Look at how he's leaning towards the screen. Easy ball screen refusal. And now that draws help. And now wide open catch and shoot 3. Here you go again with drop coverage. I mean, it's just like clockwork. You just give up a wide open 3. Okay, so let's take a look at what we can do here. This is a very easy ball screen to switch. This player's up. This player's underneath and battling for real estate, initiating contact. He's the one to initiate contact. You're battling for real estate, battling for real estate. Then we're going to cut the court down like this, okay? This player is going to certainly open up with his back to the baseline. If his man goes to the corner, we're still going to be fine here because now we're not going to have to move. That's the big key. Please understand understand that if your back is to the baseline, wide stance, pointers out, pointing at man, pointing at ball, even if your man goes to the corner. If you don't have to move inward, you will get outward, okay? You can have your outside foot parallel to the parallel or on the block, okay? So I can send this player this way, I can stunt without moving and easily recovering, okay? So why can't we do that instead of here, let's give up open 3? You're in drop coverage and you have no backside help. You drop the big higher, it doesn't matter. Where's your backside help? So now this is just going to be an easy little shot at the rim. So how do we actually want to get a stop on this? Okay, 1, this is an easy switch. Up, underneath, jam for real estate now, jam for real estate now, jam for real estate now, and just send this defender right here. This player can easily, without moving, wide stance, stunt, and easily recover all the way out here. Okay, you can also hedge. Bring this ball handler out this way, Easy backside help right here. This player slides down and occupies both Heat players 2 passes away. I would probably just switch because that seems like the easiest thing to do. Okay? But either way, it's better than drop coverage, no backside help, this happening. So yes, I hate drop coverage, and this is drop coverage, and this might be drop coverage might be partially to blame. But if you're this player here, you can't stand here. You've got to get attached to your man, because look what's happening over here. Down screen. You got to show. Make him go out so this chase can happen. Look what happens when you don't show. Look at the separation on the chase now, because you just let him curl. So now, look, it's just going to be a handoff right into a guy wide open who's going to draw help, and it's going to be a layup. You got to defend the down screen. Here it comes with a stagger screen. So how do you guard a stagger screen? You can't go over this first one. If someone's got to be communicating stagger, stagger, stagger. That's clear what's going on here when these players are lined up like this. So this player's got to go under this one, over the second one. And this player on the second one has got to show. Okay? Because it's the same thing. This player can't just curl off of both of these. Off the second one, he's got to go out so that when this player goes under and then over, he's fine. But again, you go over the first one, which is a problem. See, look at this separation. That can't happen. If you go under, that doesn't happen. If I know a stagger screen's coming and I'm under this first one, okay, then there's no separation. But you go over the first one, you don't show on the second one either, and there we go again. Player just gets it, goes right into the lane, draws help, so now it's an easy offensive rebound, the defense is scrambling, and it leads to a wide open 3. Pretty funny. So all this happens because of this down screen, that the Cavs just continue to refuse to guard. Get up, show. This player now can't curl, okay? He has to go out a little bit, and now this chase can happen. When you don't show like this, watch this player curl. So look at this insane separation right here, okay? So now you have to switch. The Cavs are late to switch because look at Jared Allen. You can't switch when you're sagging like this. So now this player is just going to blow by, draw all sorts of help, okay? Again, the defense is just constantly scrambling, and it's all because you just continue to refuse to not guard the down screen at all. You got to defend these screens. This wasn't much of a screen, but it's enough to knock the defender off a little bit. And this isn't much of a screen either, but it's enough to knock your man off a little bit. So you give up a wide open 3. So let's take a look. Switch. This is an easy switch right here. Get underneath, okay? And then the second one, just switch it. Why? Well, so this player's now here. This player's here. When this player comes off the second screen, just switch it. Because look, everything's clogged right here. I can just cut them off, and there's no place to go. I got at least one gap defender right here, okay? And now, again, there's another gap defender. If this player rolls, we're battling, jamming for real estate, so you're staying up the line this way. But I at least have one gap defender because this player here would just be switching right here onto this ball handler. And again, we just need to drop a little bit, come off this second screen, and then we're just sending him right into you. Stunt, recover. But you can't, look at, the Heat are going to set 2 ball screens. You do nothing about any of them. So, yeah, you give up a wide open 3. This is cheating the screen. This is just like when someone leans one way and it leads to a ball screen refusal. Stop. Okay, yes, we want to switch. Look at how this player's sagging. This ball screen hasn't even been set yet. Guard the ball. Once the screen gets set and once this player comes off it, boom, then you're underneath and jamming for real estate. But look, this player's feeling out the screen. Jared Allen. See how he's feeling? Look at how he's sat. You can already see him sagging. So now Kyle Lowry's going to say, I'm just going to shoot a 3, wide open. Here's some more of this dumb drop coverage. Look at this. Here you go. Handoff screen, drop coverage, 0 backside help, easy shot at rim. Okay, so again, why are you dropping here? When this ball screen gets set right here, up. This is I can hedge this. I'm sorry. I can't hedge this ball screen, but I can switch this ball screen easily. Okay, I can get up. This player just gets underneath, jam for real estate. What does Kevin Love need to do? When this player comes off this screen and this player switches up here, Kevin Love needs to can get up the line, first of all, and have his back to the baseline. So we're going to send this guard right here. Stunt, recover. So I'm switching this ball screen. Instead, you're in drop coverage and you have no backside help. I mean, awful. All right, this is very basic. So, okay, so this player here whose man is about to set a cross screen is going to make an error. Here's your cross screen right here, okay? So right now, back it up. This player here, when this player comes through this cross screen, has got to jam him as he comes through this cross screen so this player can get on the other side. When you don't jam the player coming through the cross screen, that happens. This is terrible transition defense. Look at this. Miami has the ball. Look, stop. Miami's getting this basketball. You've got to understand what's going on. And both of these Cavs need to sprint back. What are you doing going towards the ball here? Get back. Get back. But look at two Cavs go to the ball. So now we lose both of you in numbers defensively. And now it's just going to lead to a two-shot foul for Miami. So this is a very easy ball screen to switch right here, okay? But I want to talk about hedging. This is an empty side pick and pop. Okay, so well, first of all, the Cavs are in drop coverage. So when you're in drop coverage on an empty side pick and pop, you're just giving up practice threes. So, okay, so right here, this is how you would hedge this, okay? As opposed to, I mean, this is an easy switch. This player can switch and just force him this way. This player goes down with the player popping, and then you stunt, recover, okay, whatever. Hedging, all right? So you're hedging. You want this player to come over here. This player has to immediately slide down. So let's play out multiple scenarios. Let's say that this player throws the ball here. Okay, so this player is now simply just going to step up here. Okay, this is all in unison. As this ball gets thrown here, this player that is in backside help comes back here. And in unison, this player comes back here. In unison, this player just goes back down to his man. Okay, let's say let's say this player's over here and a skip pass gets made. That's very easy as well. That's probably easier than anything. Same thing. You got to have backside help here. This player slides down. But all this player does here now is move over, and the man that went to hedge is just going to slide here. Now, the other thing to keep in mind is if you're hedging this screen, look how close that is to the sideline. The second this ball handler hesitates, picks up his dribble, or brings his dribble back, this player can immediately go back to bumping the backside defender over here down, and everyone goes back in place. Okay, but that's how you'd hedge this ball screen. Again, you run drop coverage on an empty side pick and pop. I mean, forget about it. Look at hedging again here. Okay, this is another pick and pop. Again, so look at how close to the sideline this is. If you're hedging this ball screen right here, okay, as soon as this player picks up his dribble, hesitates, brings dribble back, you can move back to your man and bump everyone back to their original spots. But let's just say it all plays out where you have to actually hedge. So in this scenario, okay, this player is just coming here to take out this player. We're going to leave the weak side wing. Okay, if a skip pass is made, it's obvious. This player comes up the line, and in unison, this player just rotates here, and the man hedging just falls down over there. Okay? Yeah, that's hedging. That's hedging a pick and pop. You're running drop coverage on a pick and pop, and you're giving up wide open practice looks. All right, so again, this is guard to guard. You switch, fine. But look at stop, okay? Right now, all right, again, you're sagging. That's not how you switch. You're connected to your man and immediately ready to switch. This player's immediately under, okay? Now I got a gap defender here. So what can I do? I can just come up, cut this player's dribble off, send him into gap help right there. Why would I let myself get beat this way where there's no gap help? But that player never gets underneath into the gaps, and then this player just beats him towards the sideline that draws help at the rim, and eventual two-shot foul. Here we go, cross screen. This is another time this happens. I mean, what are you doing? Cavs just don't know how to guard a cross screen. This player just needs to jam this man coming through so this player can get on the other side. When a cross screen happens like this and you don't jam the man coming through, this happens all the time. Okay, again, this ball screen never gets set. So all this dancing around, just play it straight up. Play it straight up right now, okay? Straight up, okay? If he comes off the ball screen, you instantly get under and jam for real estate, jam for real estate, jam for real estate if you're switching, or you can hedge. But nothing's happened yet. This player is just in position to set a ball screen. Until this player actually takes a dribble off this, okay, then your ball screen defense comes in. I can hedge this ball screen, okay, backside help here. I can switch this ball screen, get underneath, jam for real estate, okay? But look at all this dancing. See, when you dance, like, look at all this. What is all of this? See, just guard him one-on-one. Just keep guarding him one-on-one, especially if he's waiting to come off the screen. Just stay guarding him one-on-one, because if this player slips it, you need to be over and ready to guard one-on-one. But all this dancing for a screen that never happened. So now look, now you're trying to press up on nothing, and you're just giving this player space to get an open jumper. Again, you're in drop coverage. This is such a disaster. Okay, stop. First of all, this player's feverishly trying to fight over a screen because you're in drop coverage. Okay, so he's gonna fall. All right, and now you're gonna have no backside help on this drop coverage, so it's an easy layup. So you don't have to feverishly fight over the top of a screen when you hedge. Okay, you just got to make sure that you close this area off here so he can't split through. Look at if I hedge. Where exactly is this player going? The backside defender's right here. This player just needs to slide in a little bit. So why don't we just hedge this screen? Seriously. Why are we in drop cover? Now I can have backside help. But when I give the guard the lane like this, it's much more challenging to have backside help, and you end up giving up too. Okay, so the problem here is that with Jared Allen, stop. Okay, dribbles picked up now. Why? Jared Allen's going to stick around. Why? The dribbles picked up. You don't need to be in the gaps. Get out to your man. Okay? Because look what happens. Look at he's going to close out short. Right here, first of all, Kevin Love needs to drop. There's never a reason to be hugging at the three-point line. Get halfway between the ball and the three-point line. Okay? Because then you don't have to move. You can stunt and easily recover because you don't have to move inward first. How many times we got to say that? All right, but Jared Allen needs to get up here because right now, look at this. He should have gotten there sooner. Look at this. Dribbles picked up. He's still just standing here. When this dribble's picked up, he should be out now. Okay? And then look. And then you got to initiate contact now. You got to start jamming them now. But because you sag off so far, this is ridiculous for Kevin Love to be doing this. Absolutely asinine. But Jared Allen isn't even doing his job either. See, look what the first time Jared Allen makes contact with him. He's already in the lane. At that point, it's too easy. And it's just a little hook shot. All right, you got to call out an ISO here. I mean, you just got to call it out. I mean, right here, look at this. Once this pass back goes through and this player cuts through, it's immediately ISO. See? So right now, this player knows I need to come through here. Now this player knows I need to get up the line. Because on a drive and kick this way, I'm immediately over here. Okay? And then this player here, okay, is immediately over there. And then this player here that's guarding this man doubling is immediately here. And this player is immediately down there. But you can't leave Kevin Love on an ISO with Kyle Lowry. And also Kevin Love can't sag. So we need to force him into a double team with the rotations like that. But instead you sag, and it's just an open three. So I'm not even going over how to guard a 1-4 ISO because I don't need to be switching all of these things. Look at this. Look at this cross screen right here. You never need to switch a cross screen. Just as this player comes through, jam him. Knock him off his spot. Okay? And then this player can get on the other side. So now, again, Lowry Markkanen can be defended by his original man. Then look at this. So it's ridiculous you switch this cross screen. Lowry Markkanen should be guarding Kyle Lowry. Jared Allen should be guarding this big for Miami. Okay? And then look. Then look at this screen. I can still keep my original guy on Kyle Lowry. Just hedge this screen. Where on earth is this player going? The backside help is right here. So hedge, push him out, okay? And then you're good. Okay? And now Kevin Love isn't guarding Kyle Lowry. Lowry Markkanen is, who originally was covering him. And now they're just going to go 1-4 flat ISO. I mean, we can get into how you stop that. It's certainly not this way, and it leads to 2. Okay, so we just went over how it's ridiculous that Kevin Love's guarding Kyle Lowry. But let's look at how you defend a 1-4 flat ISO, okay? Well, first of all, you don't just leave Kevin Love on an island. That's ridiculous. This player needs to come up and double. This player slides down. Now, Kevin Love's got to angle him into this double team. Kick out pass gets made here. Recover. Okay? Let's say this player slides down and this player starts to cut this way to try and move him away from the three-point line. Well, if that happens, you just yell out cutter, 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 and then this player here just occupies the Heat players this way, and this player is just going to kind of occupy the two Heat players this way, and then you're good. You're good. That's how you defend a 1-4 flat ISO. You don't just let Kyle or Kevin Love just get sent to the Wolves and make it an easy 2. Okay, first of all, you can't switch a ball screen like this. Look at this. You cannot switch a ball screen sagging this much. I mean, you're going to get toasted every time. Okay, so let's look at hedging this ball screen. This is so easy to hedge. Stop. Well, you can also never hedge like this. But Kevin Love needs to get up, and you're pushing Kyle Lowry out this way. Remember, the second Kyle Lowry picks up his dribble, hesitates, or brings his dribble back, Kevin Love can then recover and bump back the backside help. But right here, you're up this way. Backside help right here. This player just sinks down here, and he's going to be responsible for these two Heat players 2 passes away. Remember, Kyle Lowry's getting pushed this way, okay? And then we're good. But you switch this ball screen. Kevin Love is in no position to switch, and it's just an easy 2. Why is Kevin Love sagging so much? Again, you get cross-matched in transition all the time. Stop. So you got cross-matched onto this player here, okay? Why are you sagging, okay? I can understand it now, but when the ball gets rotated out, get up and guard your man. Because look what happens. If this ball screen gets set here, I mean, if you want to switch it, you can, but you can also just, and I would understand that because that's a guard, and now you're getting back to your original matchups. But if you're up here, you can also go under. And now, again, this is, if I'm up, and then that means this screen has to get set. The higher I'm up, okay, the higher this screen has to get set. The easier it is for this man to then switch onto this player right here, okay? Or we talk about jamming and going under when ball screens are set that high beyond the 3-point line. But when you're sagging like this, look, you're trying to switch now? How is this player going to switch now? That can't happen. So that's on Kevin Love, and it's an open jumper. This is insane to be running drop coverage. Look at where this ball screen is set. Why are you in drop coverage? Get up, jam the screener, go under, and you're fine. Okay? But you're in drop coverage. So now look. Now this player's got to worry about this guard being in the lane. So now there's nobody to guard this player in the corner. And it's just going to be a quick pump and go drive, draw help at the rim, and it's an easy 2. And so again, just proof positive the Cavs don't know how to defend a down screen. Stop. Your man is clearly setting it. If you're Jared Allen, first of all, you can't be staring at the ball this long. I can see you ball watching. Right now, you got to see your man and the ball at all times. Never taking your eye off either for more than a second. Because right here, I would be noticing my man is getting ready to set a down screen. So now I would be moving up so I can show. So this player has to go out, and this chase can happen. But you let this player curl because you don't show. And now look, now this player has to foul him, and the Heat are going to the line shooting 2.